YouTube family. Welcome to my channel, Living Life with Mama. I'm Mama. In today's video, I will be budgeting my second paycheck of January. I get it at the end of the month, so I received it on January 31st. So let's go ahead and flip to January and see what we can do today. So this is my paycheck 2 out of 2 paychecks per month. Now I received $592.67, but to be honest with you, I didn't think that this paycheck was going to be so short. And from what it sounds like, I was not the only one. So the last paycheck was a weird paycheck. I don't know why it was so high other than getting paid the holiday pay. But the thing is that we got an extra week off for snow days. Okay, so January 1st to the 14th. The first was a Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we had off. We didn't get paid for. I don't think I got paid for the first. I don't know for sure or not, but I may have. Then the following week, we had that entire week off because we got a huge snow blizzard and we all got stuck in our homes in some form. The first 2 days were snow days, and then the last 3 days were virtual snow days. I ended up being able to get paid PTO for at least 4 of the 5 days. I had 5 PTO days, and apparently you can't put your PTO account to 0. Whatever. So I only got paid 4 PTO days. And then we came back to school Monday and Tuesday. So those were the only 2 days that I actually got paid working hours that weren't outside PTO. So I only got paid for 6 days. And I got paid $592.67. Was not thinking it was going to be that little. So I had signed up to buy some teacher lounge items, which was like plates, bowls, napkins, silverware, all that. I signed up to get forks, knives, and spoons. I didn't get any knives because I didn't think we need any. We had tons of knives. Nobody really uses them, all of that. So I got forks and spoons at Sam's Club. When I went out, this is kind of like a couple stories like all mixed together. So stick with me, you guys. So when I went out to my winter party, I actually took a date with me. Yes, a date. And he paid for everything. So I didn't end up having to spend that $20. So I was like, okay, cool. I can use that $20 to be able to buy these items. Okay. When I went to the winter party, I had switched purses. I switched from like the big purse that I have to a little shoulder purse because all I had was like my ID, my house key, and my cash, and my card, my bank card. Even though I technically didn't have any money on it, that was just for emergencies, whatever. And so I didn't end up having to spend the money. Well, the next day, I'd put everything back into my purse, and I went on my merry way. Well, I had forgotten to go to Sam's Club to get the items before I had to go back to work. So I ended up running to Sam's Club one afternoon on the way home from work. Got into line, realized I didn't have my money with me. Okay, fine, whatever. Ended up being more than $20. It was $31.49. Swiped my card because I was like, you know what? It's fine. I'll put the $20 into my bank account. The $10 I'll just deduct from my paycheck since I'm not having to pay a whole lot for this paycheck, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was also under the assumption that my paycheck was going to be over $1,000. Wasn't thinking it through. Then I never got the $20 into my bank account. So I kind of did like a quick budget. I'm not going to be left with a whole lot, you guys. So I went ahead and took that $31.49 and deducted from my paycheck that I just received because I'm going to keep that $20 as cash and put that towards my groceries for these next 2 weeks. So instead of writing all that out, I'm going to put down that I got paid $561.18. I am not tithing with this paycheck. Okay, so I'm left over with $561.18. So instead of deducting the $31.49 from my rent from the paycheck before and then making up for it here in rent, I went ahead and just kept that amount the same, deducted from the check that I received. So the $561.18 is $31.49 less than what I actually received, and then I'm keeping this at $475. And then I went ahead and paid for rent. I am not paying for any of my bills with this paycheck because I will have to use my child support to pay for these. So the total will be $475. I'm going to take $561.18 minus $475. And I am left with $86.18, which is not enough. So one of the things that is going to be due before I feel like I'm going to get child support, I believe I'm going to be getting child support next Friday, which is the 5th or the 6th, which will allow me to pay for these bills that I normally would pay with this paycheck. But the one thing that is due first is the care credit. Now I know in one of my last videos, I was going to put a pretty big chunk from my child support towards my care credit, which I still plan on doing. But the care credit payment is due before I will even get child support, possibly. So the care credit is due on the 5th, which I feel is going to be before I get child support. I won't get child support until that Friday, which I think is like the 6th or the 7th, something like that. So I went ahead and paid for this with this paycheck, and I paid the $33 that is due for the 5th. So that payment is at least covered for. So if it does take a little bit longer to get child support, which I hope it doesn't because my daughter's life insurance is due on the 8th and that definitely needs to get paid for. Let's see how much I am left with $33. So I'm left with $53.18. Now the other thing is the guy, we've been talking for almost a year now. The reason why we haven't made it official yet is because there's just some things that are going on and both of us are not ready for a committed relationship. But we're getting to know each other. We're hanging out. We're getting to know each other. We're getting to know like what we want for our future, you know, as if we are dating, but we have not made it official. Anyway, so the other night he needed to go get a table for his workshop that he is trying to start. His car would not hold what he got, and I have a van. So he filled up my gas tank with gas in it, and then we went to go get this table. That was a huge blessing in itself because I do not have money for gas at all, and I was one line above empty before he put gas in my car. So that is a huge blessing within itself. So I'm going to put $50 to the side. That does leave me with $3.18. Not a whole lot. Then I also do have the $20 in cash, so I will actually have $70 to go towards groceries. Now, obviously, if you have been watching my videos for a while, you know that that's not a whole lot for me. But I will talk more about that in my meal planning video. Now, I will not be posting a cash stuffing video because there's no point. The only thing I would be cash stuffing is the $50. So, going over to my expenses, I am not doing anything else but my expenses, and it will actually be just Capital One transfers. So I divided this $318 into 4 different savings accounts. So I did vacation trips, which was the 18 cents. Test requirements, $1. Car funds, $1. And then car tags, $1. That way it didn't make me have to pull this out from the bank, because it is after 5 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. The bank is closed. I knew that that wasn't going to happen because I literally spent this entire morning getting the videoing of my last meal planning video done. You guys, I have to control my talking. I swear. That video was a 2-hour long video before I edited it. And if I really think through my videos, I don't talk when I do my grocery list stuff, so that way I can fast forward it. And that always doesn't happen that way. So that ended up being a very talkative video. And I regret it because it was so long to edit. It took forever. And when I even started editing it this morning, I had already started editing it on a previous day. So it is taking me a very long time to edit that video. It is what it is. Whatever. All right, so the grand total for that one is $3.18 because I didn't do anything in this one or this one. That leaves me with $0 left over. So just real quick, I have the $50 in cash, $50 in groceries. I'm just going to go to the bank and pull that $50 out because I can pull 10s and 20s out of the ATM. And then all of these are Capital One transfer. So I'm just going to put Capital One T for transfer. I forgot the E. Okay. And then this care credit was already paid for. And the rent was paid for. So far everything's been covered. As long as I get child support in February in time to pay for these bills, we are going to be set. So that is my quick and easy paycheck budget. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up down below. And if you're not already, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so that you are notified when I do post my next video. As always, you guys have a great rest of the week. Bye.